This week, and I'm so excited to show you because I've started my story grid and I'm actually quite proud of it. It's actually quite good. Can you see it on the screen? So here we are. This is it. This is where I'm so excited. Look, so I've color coded. Now I'm doing a crime, a thriller. So red are my obligatory scenes and conventions of a thriller. So I've done that. And then in yellow, because foolscap paper is yellow, you can see I've already color code my foolscap paper there. So those, anything that's traditionally that I need, like the global building sighting incident, I need that in any story, that's yellow. And blue is my internal genre, which is worldview. So I've colored this pink because if you recall a couple weeks ago, Tim and Sean gave the task of writing your initiating incidents, inciting incident, and your crime MacGuffin sort of thing. And I wrote that, but I know it needs rewriting now because there's a couple of things in there that aren't going to work. So I have marked it in purple. This one I haven't written, but I know it's going to need, no, I have written this. I wrote this. Spoilers, sneaky, bad. I decided to write this scene because I wanted to know what comes next, and it needs rewriting because it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, so that's where I am. I'm going down here. I've got notes, things that I think are worth, and you can see I've put 2K in here because I'm like, I need 3 scenes in here and they should be at a party, and I know I need them to do certain things, but I have absolutely no idea what that's going to look like. To see it in full, I'm going to upload it to my Patreon account. It's the best way to support what I'm doing here, and you can see all the little goodies that I'm doing, and I'll pop that link below in the details in the comments. Thanks, guys. But what I've done is, if you see here, I got stuck. So I'm into the middle. I'm up to the middle now, and I got a little stuck because I knew I needed to have my middle build crisis scene, which is, you know, check out storygrid.com. Sean explains that much better than I ever could, but I needed my middle build crisis scene because I'm writing a thriller. I needed it to turn on life and damnation, and because I've got a worldview, I needed it to have an internal play as well. So I must find out who I am, or what I want, or that sort of thing. And that is all I had. And so I decided I would use Tim Girl's strategy for how to deal with this, how he was dealing with these things. Because as Sean said, you can't get bogged down in the ice cream, just put TK next to it and move on. It's like, no, sometimes you gotta figure it out. Sometimes you gotta figure it out. You gotta eat the frog, as I say. He says what he's gonna do is he's gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and he gives himself 10 minutes to figure it out. If he doesn't figure it out, if he can't figure it out in 10 minutes, he'll put a little TK next to it and he'll move on. So that's what I've done. So I'm gonna walk you through it. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the first 10 things that come to my mind of what this could be. And I'm going to go back to my cliches and go back to my tropes and see what people have done before. So number 1 is Fight Club. The middle build crisis moment is when Bobbitt died in the previous scene, which is the turning point. And now Tyler's gone. He's got to figure out where Tyler is. And he finds all these plane tickets, and then the police call, and he's got a crisis. Does he go to the police or does he go look for Tyler? Amy in Gone Girl, she has lost all her money that was stolen, so she went and called her ex-boyfriend, who's always been in love with her, and lives there, and, you know, to figure out what she's going to do next. And she's just realized, revelation, she's a prisoner. He's not going to let her go. He says as much. And so she's got a crisis. What does she do? What's she going to do? Well, she's Amy, so we have a pretty good idea what she's going to do. All right. So 3. All right. Well, I don't want to do either of those things. So what do I need to do? What am I going to do? And I want there to be a panic. I want it to be life and death and damnation. In my turning point, I have already decided I'm going to kill poor Kathy. And the reason I've decided to kill poor Kathy is because, as Abby says, these moments, these pivotal moments in your story really need to, why they matter to the character, not necessarily, like, obviously, you know, everybody would want to be a prisoner. But Amy in Gone Girl, being a prisoner to her when she has just broken away from what felt like prison and she's just escaped, to be a prisoner again, that would be just, to go from one prison to another would be just a nightmare. So that is a really, really negative thing. So I've decided that I need to kill a character that's close to and I need it to be death. I need someone to die. There needs to be a body. I'm writing a thriller, so I've decided it's poor Kathy. And the reason Kathy is because she's the smart girl, and so she is the one who is so who knows all the tools and all the electronics and stuff. So losing her actually causes a lot of problems because a lot of the stuff they're doing is cyber based. But then I was like, I want to take it a step further. I mean, it's not just like Bob's dead in Fight Club. So the reason Kathy's dead is because another one of their friends has betrayed them, and that's Jaya. And the reason it's Jaya is because Jaya is the cool girl, and Jaya is the one that is most like Renee in that she wants everybody to like her, especially men. And so she betrays them. So because she's betrayed them, now I've got the police are coming. Not only has she betrayed them, but the police are on their way. So now they need to evacuate. And so what can I do? How can I like take this another step further? Now these might be so from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These might be scenes coming from this crisis. I think the crisis is guys betraying, the police are coming. I think that might be the extent of my crisis scene. But I kind of took that brainstorming step further. But you can see as we move along the story grid, the revelation is that the police are on their way. And what are we going to do? Are we going to turn ourselves in, or are we going to run? That's going to be my crisis. And then as we move our way down, I've got my setting. I know where that is. I've decided on 4 minutes. It might not be 4 minutes, but I just like 4 minutes, like the world's going to end in 4 minutes. It's like the song. I just thought that was kind of funny. So I just popped that in. And then who I think will be in the scene and who I think that we're talking about. And I went from absolutely no idea what I was going to do at this point in the story to having something I'm actually really excited to write, and I can't wait until November until I get to write this scene. And it's going to propel me forward because I've got ideas for what's going to happen because of this, and what the real action is going to start now and what's going to happen. And I'm extremely excited about it, as you can tell. And I did it in less than 10 minutes. I thought there's no way I can do this in 10 minutes, and I did it. And I love it. It's so cool. And now I can go over to my Foolscap and I can drop this scene into my Foolscap. So I click over here and I see down at the end of the middle build, the number 3 crisis. The police, Jaya's betrayed us, and the police are on their way.